Hey everybody, I'm James, this is Outlaw Frags. I want to say thank you for being here again. Stay right there, I'm going to run the intro and we'll get right into it. Well, hey everybody, I'm glad to see you back. I'm James, this is Outlaw Frags. Hey, you know what? I want to say thank you for being here. And if you haven't already, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, smash the bell, so that way you're notified next time I make a video and release it. And do me a favor, if you have any experience with this good old JOOP ice that we're going to talk about today, leave me a comment. Oh hell, just leave me a comment. Let me know what your fragrance of the day was. So with that being said, let's get right into this. And what we're going to talk about today is JOOP. Okay. Now, I have had this wonderful bottle of JOOP Homme forever. And when people ask me about this, I tell them that this fragrance is like getting hit in the face with a bouquet of flowers and then smacked in the head with a 10-pound bag of sugar. Because that's to me what it smells like. I have Mont Blanc Individuel. People say that these two fragrances kind of resemble each other. I personally, in my humble opinion, when I smell them, I don't pick up a whole lot of things that are prevalent in both fragrances. I do say that I like Mont Blanc Individuel. This one has some characteristics of its own. To be honest, I bought JOOP, this one right here, because of a friend of mine. His name is Joey. And me and Joey were good friends when I lived in Arizona, and he used to tell me, I think he's about 10 years younger than me. He had a lot of emotional attachments to this fragrance, and he thought that it was discontinued. You couldn't buy it anymore. So when I saw it come up, it's not expensive. I picked it up, and I gave him a decant of it, and he absolutely loved it. He knew what it was as soon as he smelled it. I didn't have to tell him or nothing, because I can remember being at his house and giving him the decant and him opening it up and smelling the atomizer and kind of going from, you know, just a mundane mood to he just perked up immediately and said, JOOP, this is JOOP. Because he has wonderful experiences and wonderful memories made with this. Me, on the other hand, not so much. I'm glad I have this in my collection. I will wear it every blue moon, but this one for me is a little much. And I like sweet fragrances, I like loud fragrances, and this is both sweet and loud. It's just the florals in this are a bit much for me. The sweetness is, I can't say it's too sweet. You know what? I hate to say it, but the sweetness is really synthetic in this. I guess that's the only way that I know how to explain it so it makes sense to me. So I hope it makes sense to you. If not, boy, we're all screwed. But that's the story behind me and my bottle of JOOP. So JOOP hasn't really been in my crosshairs for a very long time, and I happened to watch a video. I watch a lot of Ashton's Jet Sense. I enjoy the way he presents. I like the way he talks. The way he talks about the fragrance is easy for me to digest. It's just I enjoy his channel. And he reviewed JOOP Ice, and he was really impressed with it. Enough to the point where I was like, you know what? His wife and I kind of have similar tastes, and she loved it. He likes it. I was like, you know what? For what it cost, and this isn't an inexpensive fragrance, I will leave the information in the description below if you're interested in picking it up. I'll leave a link. But I was like, you know what? They're not describing the original JOOP. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. So here we are. We're going to do an unboxing and a first impression, because I have yet not smelt this fragrance at all. Now, here in a second, matter of fact, I think through movie magic, we are going to go to my past self, who was doing some research, and we're going to see what he has to say, and we're going to do that right, and all that other jazz. So, hey, what we're going to do today is that I am doing a little research like I do on all of my reviews. And this part I'm kind of enjoying, so I get to come in here and take a look at the fragrance that I'm going to take a look at and get a little bit of history and background before I actually do my first impression, or if I'm going to do a full review. It's just a good, Fragrantica is just a good resource. Okay, so what we're looking at today is JOOP Ice.
And this has gotten a bunch of attention in the fragrance community. So let's take a look at the main accords. Are citrus, aromatic, fruity, sweet, warm, spicy, woody, white, floral, tobacco, fresh, spicy, and soft spicy. Let's take a look at the rating. Is 4.17 out of 5, 84 volts.
Hey everybody, I wanted to stop right here in the middle of the video to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is you. You watch, you guys comment, and you guys leave thumbs up. You guys are the biggest sponsors of the videos, because if it wasn't for you guys, there wouldn't be any. So I want to say thank you for each and every one of you.
This fragrance is really loved by the people that have taken the time to vote. Looks like the concurrent view is it's a good springtime, summertime, and fall. And JOOP Ice by JOOP is a woody aromatic fragrance for men. This new fragrance from JOOP Ice was launched in 2020, and this is a relatively new release. Well, it's the newest release from the house of JOOP. Top notes are plum, bergamot, clary sage, grapefruit. Mid notes are orange blossom, cardamom, tobacco, and base notes. Not base notes as in pearl, base note as in one, sandalwood. So I picked this one up and it's currently sitting over in the studio. I think I babbled enough in here. We're going to cut this at this point, and we are going to end up in the studio in 1, 2, 3 movie magic.
I'm glad we're back, so let's open this up and take a look and see what we've got. So let's get rid of the plastic. Put that over there. Let's open this up. Oh, and let's say the batch code on this is 0246. And there's not a whole bunch going on with this box. It's got JOOP in the front. There's nothing on the front or the sides or the top. There's a little bit of information on the back, which you probably can't read, unfortunately. And then on the bottom is the barcode and the batch code. Alright, so it is just like they said, it is in the standard JOOP bottle. This one looks a little shorter for some reason. This is 4 ounces, 120 mil. I believe this is the same thing. Oh no, this is 5 mil smaller. This is 125 mil, and this is 120 mil. But there is a definite size difference between the two bottles. If you take a look, the ice bottle is quite a bit smaller for being only 5 mil smaller. Now I will say I really dig these bottles, because to me they look exactly like one of my favorite lines from Prada, and that is Prada alone. They just are missing the wrap on the back side. Other than that, they are just about the exact same bottle itself. Now let's get to what this smells like. You can pick it up by the top. It clicks into place. Let's check out the atomizer. Let's get us a fresh test tip. Let's give it a spray. Okay. The atomizer works pretty well. Okay. Now this definitely doesn't smell anything like the original. Like I said, the original is getting hit in the face with a bouquet of flowers and then getting smacked in the side of the head with a 10-pound bag of sugar. Now this isn't icy. This doesn't bring any kind of mental image of cool weather or a brisk wind or anything like that. This actually is a little bit warm, powdery in the opening. Like it has in the opening, there is, for me, there is nothing in common between the two, between the original and ice. But I have to tell you that I enjoy ice 1,000 times better. But I am glad I watched the videos, because if I would have bought this straight out without doing any kind of research, I think I would have been a little taken back, because with the name and the coloration of the bottle and the box, I would have expected this to be like a summer fragrance. And it really isn't. I mean, you could wear this in the summer, but this isn't. It doesn't do the same thing as like I hate it when my brain shuts off. It doesn't give me the same feel as like I would have kind of expected it to have a feel like this, or even Jimmy Choo Man Ice. You know, from the name and everything and the look of the bottle, I kind of expected it to be kind of like this, and it is not. It is a wonderful surprise, because this is not very expensive at all. It is a little bit unique. Like, this doesn't smell like anything else I have in my collection. It is so far from the original that I really, really enjoy this. I'm looking forward to wearing this. I'm really glad I spent the money. You know what? Thank you, Ashton, for doing your review, because without you, I probably wouldn't have. I would have kept on walking right by this Joop, just because of the experiences I have had with the original since I have owned it. But this is really nice. So I hope in the section of the video where we're talking about the notes and everything, where I was doing my research, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm kind of thinking about adding that as part of every review from now on, so that way you can see where I'm looking, and hopefully I can, if you haven't already, now you're exposed to how Fragrantica looks and works. But with that being said, I gotta say, man, I am completely impressed with JOOP Ice. A little shocked, like I said. I would have expected an icy type fragrance, and this, not it. And to me, the whole, whoever was behind the ad campaign and the name for this, man, I don't know what you were thinking, but you're a little bit off base. But it's okay, because this is really good. You know, and I'm not trying to be an echo chamber from what other guys I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I think and how I feel about this being a first impression. If I find myself thinking this is good enough, I'll do a full review. And I have a sneaky suspicion that with my first impressions going on right here, that you guys will more than likely see a full review of this coming down the pipe. So stay looking out for that. Keep an eye out for it. And with that being said, I don't want to take up any more of your time on this first impression. This is nothing like the original. Keep that in mind. This is a fragrance that is completely different. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit unique, a little warm, spicy, touch of powderiness, just of what I'm smelling. Like I said, I've been over the notes, which you saw in the video earlier. Man, this is kind of like a no-brainer. So, with that being said, remember, there's no bad time to smell good. And this, my friends, right now I'm under the impression, smells really good. So, until the next video, do me a favor. Hey, I almost forgot. If I didn't say it before, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you on the next one.